Hi, it's Quilting Nerd, and this is slightly a typical bonus video for you, for those that wanted to know how I made the blocks in my latest video series where I am using border designs to turn the corners. And I didn't want to use again just a plain fabric with some drawn elements. I wanted to have a nice project at the end. So I used my scraps, and my scraps consist of 5-inch squares, 2.5-inch stripes in 2 colors, and 1 2.5-inch square in the same color like my big square. And the construction of the block is actually very simple. I set my machine to 1/4-inch seam allowance, and first what I'm doing is I am sewing on one side my shorter stripe. There I need about 12 inches. So if I sew 2.5-inch strip to a 5-inch square on the side, I will create a rectangle that is 7-inch long on the side. I did not cut to the length. I know I should, but and I do that if I have very narrow strips. So if I'm working with something that it's 1 inch or 1.5 inches, then I tend to measure it very precisely, because smaller the elements you have, more attention you have to pay to the how exact is your seam allowance. With bigger elements you have a little bit more wiggle room, because you do not have so many of them, so there are less possibilities to make an error. And here I am sewing my 7-inch strip on the top of it. When you do that for a bigger project, it's perfect project to make it chainsawing, to chainsaw your elements. It will accelerate it very nicely, and use at least some of your scraps. I made 12 of such blocks, and how you arrange them, it's up to you. So as you will see, or as you already seen, I arranged mine to have 2 4 patches of the center, and in the center I had little 4 patch created from the cornerstones. So that's the first round, and here you see I have my partial border with a corner, and that's everything what I wanted for this project. I wanted simply to have many different corners. That's why I did not go around log cabin or courthouse wise. And now for the cornerstone, it's nothing fancy, nothing too complicated. I'm simple block sewer. I love complex blocks, but as soon as there is paper piecing involved, or something where you have 20 different elements to a block, or even more, then I am actually, I like such projects, but I enjoy them very selectively and maybe once per year. Usually I like to sew my projects very fast and then enjoy the quilting. So, and actually that's why I like relatively large elements. And now everything we have to do is first to sew the stripe on the other side. As I said, this is a scrap project. I am paying attention not to stretch my fabric, and I know that I can sew pretty exact this way. I could of course cut it before, but for such scrap projects, very small one, I am simply improvising. and more often than not, believe me, I am making lots of improvised simple patterns for the quilts. So that would be first side of the other row. The reason why I'm not using the scissors, automatic scissors here, is that then I have to pull out the thread again, and in this way I'm saving some time. And now we have the cornerstone. The length of one color, it's still was still 7 inches. And like that. You can of course modify this block with the sizes that you have at hand. Some people prefer to work with 2-inch stripes or with a bit smaller squares. I would actually recommend to, if you want to modify it, make it a little bit larger maybe for the square, so you have more space for quilting. And in such simple way, we have a single block where we can test our go-around border designs within one border, like here, or if you want to have some more fun, trying something different for the cornerstone. So in my videos, I am going for the continuous border design without cheating at the cornerstones, which I usually do. Most of the time I do something different in the cornerstones because I do not like turning the corners. But the challenge for this video was to use continuous border designs. And I made, again, 12 of such blocks and combined them in the pattern you've seen, but you can combine them in any way you want and create any shapes you want. I hope that helps you, and I hope you enjoy it. So, and I hope you will come back watching additional installation in this series. See you soon. Bye.